Hello Penguinauts, I'm the Beardy Penguin and welcome back to Sins of the Prophet in a brand new update titled Warlords, which is added amongst many other things, many rebalances, lots of new ships, faction leaders. And so to showcase this new leader system, I brought on my good friend Android Elite. Hello Android, how are you?
I'm doing really good. How are you?
Ah, thank you. I'm severely hungover. For those of you who don't know, I've finished my exams at uni and I had a whole week off before the next semester starts. So I've taken it, you know, as all uni students should, I think. Anyway, let's hop straight in and we can talk about things as we go. Once I figure out how to actually ready up. How do you ready up in this? Oh, there we go. You just press start. Assume there's a ready up system. Okay, right. Oh, I can pause the game. Okay, let's pause the game just as we're starting, and then figure out what the hell we're doing. So, I'm just gonna figure out my controls. Okay, cool. I think I figured out controls. So I'm starting on Luna, and you're starting Troy. Oh, you get a temperate planet, and I get. What do I get? A not so temperate planet. Oh, okay. Well, we're playing one of the... Wait, you get Earth as well? Wait, hold up. No, we can't play on this map.
Worry about that.
You start with
fine.
like 20 planets. We start with Luna.
Let's just keep going.
No, let's do a random map. Okay, let's try a random map this time because all of the pre-made maps seem to be either for 2 players or for 4 or an even number. They don't seem to have accommodated people being extremely bad at this mod and needing to play 2v1 in order to have any chance. Okay, right. Have we started properly this time? Have I just paused the game now so we can just get our bearings a little bit? Oh, whoopsie. Okay. You've started quite a ways away from me, actually, haven't you?
Yeah, because it's set up to be for free for all if you want.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we're going to need to sort of reach each other. No pun intended. Because if they discover me first, they're going to plaster me. And same with you, I feel. Let's rename some of these planets. I'm going to name mine Reach because I want to have Reach. Although
I'll go with Onyx.
Onyx, yeah, okay, it's a fair. Isn't Onyx also a shield world? Like,
yeah, but
yeah, secretly. Okay, spoilers for Ghost of Onyx, by the way. Anyway, let's have a little look. Yeah, right. Okay, let's have a little look in the new Admiralty tab of the research tree. So the research tree used to be, I think it was 7 or 8 tiers. Now they've reduced it down to 5 and they've simplified it quite extensively because it was pretty sort of overwhelming before. And they've also made this new Admiralty system. So you pick a leader when you start the game. It doesn't cost you anything, and then that limits the ship lines that you can actually lead. So again, it stops you having sort of redundant text, and you sort of pick a play style at the beginning, and then you unlock ships that suit that play style. So I think we agreed beforehand. So I'm going to be going with Fleet Admiral Hood, who's the best at defensive traditional strategy, which is the only way I am capable of playing Sins of the Prophets. What are you going as again, Android?
I'll be using Cole.
Okay, yeah, because because Stanforth is all stealth and asymmetrical stuff, and smart tactics, which I don't think suits either of us. Whereas Cole is, firepower and stuff. So I think if we combine my defenses with your firepower, then so I can try and hold them back, and then you can be the one more sort of in charge of sending raids into their territory. So I'm going to click on Hood. Yeah, okay. So as Hood, I unlock the Stalwart class, which is a pretty exceptional frigate design. It's just a better Paris class, pretty much. And later I get the Athens class. So not that many ships, but very, very good ships. And then you get... Yes, you get the Hillsborough Light Destroyer. You get the Valiant, which is incredible. And then you get a light carrier later, which I don't think is as good as the Athens. But yeah, that's the line of stuff that you get, as well as all the upgrades you actually get from those Admiralty tabs themselves. So I think before starting anything, okay, I'm going to unpause the game and let's just get playing. It takes a few seconds to unlock the Admiralty thing. But while we're doing that, I'm going to send out my Prowlers on Auto Explore, which usually gets them killed because they're not very good at stopping themselves from dying. And then I'm going to build myself, well, research the stalwart, start doing that, and start increasing. Okay, cool. We've got new planets. Right. Yeah, so we're on pause now, Android. If just FYI.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can start building stuff. I guess I'm just going to start churning out. The Sharons are for invading planets, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. So I want Paris's. Oh, the Stalwart literally is just a better Paris now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. Okay, how long is it going to take me to research the star? Okay, it's almost researched. I'll just queue up a few of them. Cause yeah, it is just an upgraded Paris, which makes sense because they were using Paris classes in the defensive reach, weren't they?
Yeah.
And then the Stalwart was defensive Earth, so it does make sense.
Yeah, and actually, I used to think the what is it, the Forward Unto Dawn? I used to think that was a Paris class, but I think that's actually a Charon class.
Oh yeah, it's a Sharon class. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and Amber Clad is a Stalwart. Okay. Crap, they've got new fighters. Base large strike bombers. Okay, so that's anti-ship, anti-structure. That's anti-bomber, anti-fighter. I'm gonna have anti-ship, anti-structure for now. I have no idea what the hell these small and fast but effective fighter craft dating back to the pre-Covenant War era. It's adept at swift bombing onto enemy ships due to their small inventory of archer missiles. Okay, I'm going to get some of both because I have no idea what these new ones are. And that looks like a good enough fleet to me. It looks like some ships are only capable of building certain types. Anyway, let's make a fleet, if I can remember how to make a fleet. Oh yeah, there we go. Fleet created. Cool. Okay, first planet. Let's go. Let's take Ganymede. Ganymede doesn't seem to be in exactly the right place, but I'm sure that's fine. Let's not worry too much about it. And let's start blowing stuff up. I think they've seriously changed the amount of damage stuff does. So they've increased the reload speed of the UNSC Max, sorry. But they significantly reduced their alpha damage, I think, to about half. And they've also reduced the speed and the amount of damage that everything does, so you can have a bit more tactics. Because before it was every battle is decided within 10 seconds of making contact with the enemy, which wasn't, well, it was all right, but it made the mod fun anyway, because everything was decided by your fleet composition, not necessarily by your tactics, but. Yeah, it was a little bit too quick.
They also, I think, they actually added a bunch of different ranges for the different weapons. So
oh yeah, they did, didn't they?
For certain ships and things like that.
Yeah, because before all the ships had the same ranges, didn't they? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, from what I was reading on the mod page, it seems like Covenant, generally speaking, are more suited to brawling.
Yeah. Yay! Oh crap, I paused the game. I'm just on autopilot because in single player I pause the game all the time. Right, fleet, head back to reach.
Well, you've got 8 left now.
Yeah, we've got a few pauses. Why does it limit your pauses though? It's a bit irritating. Anyway. Yeah, at least the units move a little slower now, which means, at least gives me time to be picking research and the like. Geneva class envoy. No, I don't think we're going to be using that. Just saying. Probably are going to want mining ships as well. And then we can also upgrade our colonies so we can get commercial stations. That's pretty important. We also need to increase our fleet capacity. Right, that's spent a lot of our credits. Let's start building civilian stuff. Oh, maximum logistical capacity. Complete. Okay, let's make this a new fleet. Actually, did we have any single new ship there? No, we did not. Okay. Oh. There we are. Righty-roo. Okay, so I got my first planet. How are you doing?
I just grabbed my first as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Do you do the same thing as me? Where, oh wait, have we got minor factions? United Rebel Front. What's this about?
I think it's just a name for the basic.
Oh, interesting. Okay, yeah. Anyway, what was I saying? I was going to say something, but now I've forgotten it.
Do the same thing when you grab the planet, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you do the same thing where you just give the Orion class assault carrier that you get the colonization ability, so you never have to build?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no point in doing anything else. You might as well just get it.
Well, yeah, exactly. Let's upgrade that so that we can. Yeah, cool. Okay, we've got loads of research going on. You can research in different tabs at the same. Yeah, in the different tabs at the same time, can't you? So
yeah,
it's all Gucci. I need to stop saying Gucci. It's a bit of a strange like addiction I've just picked up to the word Gucci, and I'm not sure it's healthy. There we are. Yeah, these stalwarts really are great. Actually, they're doing pretty good. Let's look at some of these. Wait, are these longswords or the new fighters? Let's have a look. See, those are. Here we go. Here are the new fighters. Let's have a look at them. Ooh, they're quite cool actually. Oh crap! I panned. I turned the UI off and then I accidentally panned like a second. Sometimes it takes a little while to quite get the hang of this camera control. Oh, let's get a shot of them attacking this frigate though. Yeah. Shots for the thumbnails. Hell yeah.
all important.
Oh, it is important. Trust me. Okay, let's get building a new capital ship. Marathon classes are usually pretty safe bet, aren't they?
Yeah.
But I'll get a second Orion ready for my second fleet so I can start expanding in 2 directions at once. Yet to meet the Covenant. Oh, did you find a Forerunner thing? Oh,
No.
you did. Yeah, you found a Forerunner terminus.
Oh, the scout found one, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you were
yeah.
talking about an artifact.
It's covered in sentinels, but I think it's a teleporter of some kind. Which is gonna be a bit of a pain in the arse if the Covenant get that, because my whole strategy kind of relies upon just building a line of supermax and hiding behind it. Yeah. Let's build myself another R&D thingy. We need a new military one.
Nothing of value has been found.
Oh, didn't find anything.
Each of us has a reach on our side of the map, so somebody's gonna have to change the name.
Oh, do you have a reach over there?
Yes.
Oh. Well, your one's an ocean planet, and Reach isn't an ocean planet, so I think you draw the short straw there. You can rename that one. Alright, got myself a frozen planet.
Reach 2.
Reach 2, Falling Boogaloo. We'll rename that one Reach if my Reach falls, because it inevitably will. Like I've beaten a Covenant AI on easy after many attempts, and then I've made a few attempts to beat them on normal, and I have always failed. And playing with you or not, I don't think it's gonna be any different.
Not enough of a difference.
Yeah.
The rebellion ends now.
How are my new ships coming along? Now we're waiting on the research.
New colonies await.
That's all cool. Why does this increase? Oh yeah, fleet capacity. That's always nice to have. But so is refinery yield increase. Saying that I haven't actually built a single refinery ship yet, so I'll leave it.
Naval forces have engaged the enemy.
Hull points. That's research speed. There we go. You can actually research AI, which is a good idea.
Yeah, just keep an eye on the negative effects though.
Oh yeah. Oh, credit cost efficiency. Ah, snap. I forgot about that. Advanced sensors would be a good idea. Right. Let's keep invading planets. Eat this, innie scum.
Research order complete.
Pew pew pew. I think they've upgraded their weapon effects actually. The Archer missiles look significantly better than they used to. They've done a lot of work on this. I mean, I think they hadn't had an update in quite some time actually.
Definitely
so this
a major one.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, you just look in the research tab, just how many new ships are in here. I'm really interested in all the Oni designs. I mean, if I were actually any good at this game, I might actually... Actually, I'll get myself the Halcyon class. Yeah, I might actually have played as the Oni dude, because it seems like a really interesting way to play, like play using subterfuge and all that. But as I said, this game is really hard. I can barely play normal Sins, but Sins of the Prophet, especially playing as a UNSC, it's just, yeah.
I mean, it's a realistic experience.
It is. Oh, I love it, but yeah, it's still a bit of a, you know. Hence why I've recruited you, you know.
CAS class.
What was that? Oh god, yeah. The amount of times I've spent like an hour building like an in-depth defense of like a major planet, and then their OAS, you know, their major Titan CAS just shows up and just obliterates everything. I found the other end of the, either that or I did, oh you did, the other end of the Forerunner Terminus. As long as we surround it with Supermax, we should be alright.
A new colony has been found.
Yeah, that's perfectly not crazily expensive.
Yeah, that should be okay. Right, got myself a new planet. Very nice. Always just explore the planet and build civilian infrastructure first. And build a bunch of mines. And then I'm going to need... Ah, trading posts. Wonderful. I'm going to have a look. They've introduced, reintroduced, I should say, culture now. If I research the Oni monitoring station, you can't take over enemy empires with culture like you can in original Sins, but you can use it to boost the defenses and the loyalty of your own planets. And you get certain bonuses from it, I believe. So I think it's worth investing in. Right, how's my second fleet coming along? Have they started building stuff yet? Ah, they have. Okay, wonderful. Let's build a couple of Halcyons, I think. They've just got incredibly high hull and armor. They actually got very powerful mechs as well.
Yeah, they don't do much damage otherwise, though.
No, they don't. But they're about equivalent to a stalwart with their damage when they use like twice the fleet capacity. But they're good for tanking a bunch of damage.
You just gotta make sure they're actually what the enemy targets. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Research order complete.
There we go.
Orion.
Here we are, leading my first fleet. Yet another world. Oh, I love the slip space effect. There we go. Let's get another thumbnail, shall I?
Flip space jump complete.
You can get some really beautiful shots in this mod. The models in this are just incredible. Like, just the amount of work that goes into this mod. Like, it really needs to be its own game. Like, the fact that they haven't seen the potential of a Halo-based space game, just because it's got such an interesting asymmetrical space combat that's really, you know, been fully fleshed out in the books and everything. The fact that they haven't actually made a game out of it is really a shame, or really even showcased it that much in the games. Because I can't really think of any other franchise that has, you know, such an interesting sort of asymmetrical
Orbital structure complete.
dynamic.
Yeah, I mean, especially they had Halo Wars, but that was all ground combat.
It is all ground combat, yeah.
Based on space combat would be really.
It would be incredible. They should hire the devs of this mod and just make it happen, you know. But I don't think I think Halo Wars 2, it was successful, but it didn't make as much money as they were hoping.
Research order complete.
So I
mean, there
seem
isn't-
to remember something along the lines of them not wanting to make a Halo Wars 3. But, you know, then again, you know, they didn't make Halo Wars 2 for a long time after the first game, so who knows. But I do love how this game is now, you know, modeling a lot of certain aspects off of Halo Wars, you know, introducing the different faction leaders. Although I did expect them to have them be like fully different factions, because in the original Sins you actually have 2 different factions for each species as you start the game, whereas here you have to actually load into the game and then pick, which is a little an interesting choice. But perhaps it's just so you can, you know, look at your surroundings, or, you know, have a look at the other ships while you're perusing, or while the Covenant's just glassing your planets with nothing you can do about it, which is I think probably the more realistic thing. Right, I've got commercial stations now. Let's get the build rate increase and increase the value of my trade goods. I need a Phoenix support vessel. Cool. Let's build myself some commercial stations.
Structure complete.
Oh, I'm out of logistics slots in my home world already. Wonderful.
Nothing of value has been found.
Oh, ship production reached complete. Okay, I've got my second fleet. Very nice.